If ever you feel down in the dumps and you need cheering up, all you need to do is tune in to 3AW after 12 noon on weekdays and listen to Ernie Sigley. Ernie has been in radio for hundreds of years. No, that's wrong. He's been in radio and television all his working life. And he's been involved in every aspect of radio and TV with shows like In Adelaide Tonight, The Ernie Sigley Show, Wheel of Fortune, and 10 years on Channel 9 with dear Denise Drysdale. Ernie and his wife Glenys are both Christians who are very active in their church, where Ernie plays the drums in their music group. And today, and I'm thrilled to say this, Ernie graciously, at no cost to us, has very kindly agreed to sing 3 lovely songs for us. He's going to be accompanied on piano. I should just mention this. I'm sure Ernie won't mind me doing this. His accompanist, David Cameron, had a heart attack, I think, didn't he, and couldn't come. So, stepping into the breach, I'm going to play for him. No, that's not right. It's Andrew Reeves. Thank you, Andrew. So, let's give him a very big welcome. Thank you, Ernie Sigley.
Thank you, Ron, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's lovely to be here today at the Diamond Valley. And David, my piano player, fortunately is okay. He actually, it's an amazing story. He had, at the age of 42, they did his heart for him because he had a very bad heart then. And he was an adopted boy, David. He never knew his father. But before he had his heart done, he traced his father, and his father was a piano player who died at the age of 45 of a massive heart attack. So what they did, they fixed David's heart up. But he had a bit of trouble on Friday, and they're putting a stent in next week, so he'll be all right. I was telling Dennis Wilder, I said, I'm a piano player, had a heart attack. He said, listen to you sing, it's a wonder he's alive, you know. Charming, isn't it? But David is okay. And the funny thing about life, his father, who died at 45, used to play piano for me when I was a kid. So, you know, it's incredible, isn't it? He didn't even know who his father was. As I said, it's lovely to be here today. It sort of reminds me when I first started in radio at 3DB as a young panel operator with John Eden and Danny Webb. We used to have a program every morning at 9:15. Do you ever remember John Charles Thomas, Hymns of All Churches? All those great songs today, because I grew up as a choir boy. I was a choir boy at Christchurch in South Yarra, which was a long trek from Footscray every morning to go over there. But my dad put my name down because there were 7 of us, 7 boys. And we were a pretty poor family. And so Dad saw, you know, choir boys wanted free education. So he said, Puddin'. He used to call me Puddin' because I was a little fatty, you know. Now I've got a beautiful body. About 5 times more of it. But anyhow, I make Bert Newton look anorexic, don't I? But anyhow, at least it's still all mine. What about that wig that Bert wears? I saw him the other day and he didn't have it on, you know, and he fed him look like an Easter egg, you know. But anyhow, we're still mates, Bert and I. We've been together in show business ever since the year dot. And I was very thrilled today. I was sitting down there with Glenys after I rehearsed my songs with Andrew. And a beautiful lady came up and started talking to me. And she said, you don't remember me? She said, I was in Swallows Juniors with you. And her name is Joyce Riley. And Joyce was one of the greatest singers on Melbourne radio. And where are you? Joyce, stand up. There she is. I think you won the P&A parade, didn't you? You won your section and everything, didn't you? So I remembered that, yeah. Lovely to see you, Joyce. Beautiful singer she was. All right, I do play the drums in my local church and all that. And but the thing, when I was a choir boy, I'd sing at Christchurch. I'd sing at, they used to call it matins in the morning. And then I'd sing at evensong at night. I'd sing at about 4 weddings of a Saturday afternoon, which wasn't bad. I got 2 and 6 a wedding, which was terrific, you know. I got 10 quid when the governor's daughter, Sir Dallas Brooks, got married. And he slung me 10 quid. And I took it home. Dad said, that'll do, thank you very much, you know. He made something a favourite of Flemington after that. But Oh, well, it's all the truth. You've got to tell the truth. And then of a Sunday afternoon, Dad said, righto, all your kids are going up. There's a Sunday school up the road, and it was the Gospel Hall. And we used to go up there every Sunday. And the songs I'm hearing today, they were Sankey songs, terrific songs. And I absolutely love this music. I really do. In fact, I said to Glennis at our church next week, I'm going to ask if I can get some copies of the songs and put them up at church, because some of ours are all right, but they get a bit, after a while, But it's lovely to hear music like this. And I hope you enjoyed the songs I've picked today. The first one was written by a man called John Newton. Have you ever heard of John Newton? Well, John Newton probably was one of the worst people that ever lived. He was a slave trader, and a very, very bad slave trader, not a very nice person. And he was coming across from South Africa to England with slaves. Was it England? I think it was England or America, I'm not too sure now. But he got into a terrible storm and he'd had it. He was really gone. So he got down on his knees because he did know a little bit about Christianity earlier on in life. And he got down on his knees and he apologised to the boss, and he said prayers, and he said, if you get me through this, I will do so much for you. And he did. He got through it. And he probably became one of the great ministers of the Anglican Church in England. And he wrote over 250 of the greatest songs you've ever heard in your life. And my first one is the best I think he's ever written, Amazing Grace. Thank you. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the first hour I believed. Through many dangers, toils and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace hath brought me safe that far, and grace will lead me home. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Did you enjoy my wife doing that reading? I taught her how to speak grouse, didn't I? Actually, she's been a wonderful, wonderful woman. Looked after me very well, We've had our ups and downs, but then I've forgiven her. But everything's been all right. No, she really is. She's not just because she's my wife, but she's a truly, really great person. Well, I am a bit of a softie, It doesn't take me much to have a little tear in my eye every now and then. And a couple of years ago, we were down at Inverloch over Easter time. And the little church down there we go to when we're down at Inverloch, and they combine with all the churches. On Easter morning, they combine with the churches. On Easter morning, they go down to Eagle's Nest. Has anyone ever seen Eagle's Nest down there? Good on you. Well, they go down on Easter morning, and they start the service about 6 o'clock. It's generally freezing cold down there, 6 o'clock. But then, as the sun comes up, it comes up from over Venus Bay, and it's the most beautiful sight. And they have an organ down there, and all the denominations, everyone sings songs. And then we go down to church, and then in the afternoon, they have a big bands playing down there for the festival. And I came across, I don't know whether you've ever heard the band, the Christian band of musicians. I forget what are they called, Glennis? The Good News Big Band. Have you heard the Good News Big Band? Well, a lot of the musos in that were guys I grew up with and who played on a lot of recordings I made as a young boy. And this is a song they played, and I'd never heard it played like that. Well, I absolutely had tears in my eyes. I thought it was beautiful. So I hope I don't ever cry while I sing. You probably will when you hear I sing it, you know. But this is the great song, The Old Rugged Cross. Thank you, Andrew. And if you know it, you can sing it too. Remember singing along with Mitch on television? This is sing along with Titch. Not as good as your gags, Ron. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. All together now. I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. Oh, that old rugged cross, so despised by the world, has a wondrous attraction for me. For the dear Lamb of God left his glory above to bear it to dark Calvary. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. In the old rugged cross, stained with blood so divine, a wondrous beauty I see. For 'twas on that old cross Jesus suffered and died to pardon and sanctify me. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. To the old rugged cross I will ever be true, its shame and reproach gladly bear. Then he'll call me someday to my home far away, where his glory forever I'll share. trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. Thank you. That was wonderful, thank you. Gave me goosebumps. It really did. Now I know what it feels like to be a pastor, you know. It must be terrific. It really must be. All right, to finish off today, ladies and gentlemen, and I do thank you very much for having Glenys and I here this afternoon in your beautiful church. I mean, this really is something very, very special. The only other mud brick place we've been in is Glenys's brothers in Adelaide, out in Gawler, out in the Barossa Valley. He's got a mud brick home, but this is just absolutely stunning, you know, and you must be very, very proud of what you've done. I believe it was around the early 80s, wasn't it, when you started to build it, and the acoustics, everything. I mean, this is a knockout, this church. It really is very, very beautiful. Congratulations on having such a wonderful, wonderful church. To finish, this is a song I recorded when I was a 22-year-old boy, a song I loved very, very much. It's a actual Jamaican, West Indian, bit of a Christmas carol type calypso song. I don't do it as a calypso, but I think it's one of the prettiest Christmas songs ever written. It's called Mary's Boy Child. Thank you. Long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible say, Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day. Hark now, hear the angels sing, listen to what they say, that man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. While shepherds watched their flock by night, they saw a bright new shining star. They heard a choir sing, the music seemed to come from afar. Trumpets sound and angels sing, listen to what they say, that man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Hark now, hear the angels sing, listen to what they say, that man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day.